What's up, YouTube? Alex here from Computer Headquarters, and I thought it might be fun today to open an SR-3 dark motherboard, because if you didn't catch my last video, we got really lucky, and we got 46 of these brand new from the Artesian Builds North Carolina warehouse. We were not expecting them, so that was pretty exciting. And we're gonna keep one for, I don't know if you want to call it our collection, but we'll call it internal use. And my friend, colleague David works right here, and that's his current system, which is a great computer. It's a 5900X, I think, with like a 3060 Ti, and it just kind of looks cool because we have this like TV stand thing that holds up a P5, and his cable management over there, not so good. We'll have to try to figure out a way to clean that up. But David is not Mr. Cable Management, let's just put it that way. But we love you, David, if you're watching this. Anyway, I've never seen one of these in person, and I thought it would be fun to open it with you guys, because I'm guessing probably almost every single person watching this video has probably never seen one of these in person either. It's a very rare motherboard. It's not an efficient use of your funding, let's just put it that way, because the only reason this was really made was to work with a specific CPU, which is listed right here, the W3175X, and those go for, I think they still sell for about $1,000 on eBay. You can get an engineering sample one for, I think, about $200 to $300 from China. We have one of those in our Dominus Extreme motherboard, and it works. But you know, to be honest with you, if I remember correctly, I think a 5950X just absolutely obliterates these processors, especially in gaming. So if you're just gonna play games and you want to have a cool looking computer, this isn't really a good fit. If you're trying to build a workstation and you want it to be able to play games and have kind of like a really just kind of going all out, you could say you want it to look amazing, you want it to be like kind of like a conversation piece in your room or your house or whatever, then maybe going with this motherboard with something like a Xeon Platinum 8160M, that would be pretty cool. And that's not a processor made for gaming, but it could game, and you could have a pretty sweet baller computer. But to be honest with you, if you're gonna spend that much money, I would have a hard time justifying it and not just going with a Threadripper or a 5950X for a lot less money. I'm really selling these motherboards to you guys, aren't I? Yes, please come to chqstore.com. That's our website. These are for sale right now. And in fact, we already sold one today. We got our first sale. They're really expensive. If you want a better deal, if you're serious about buying one, but you don't want to pay the price that's on the internet, the price that I have listed on the internet, but you watched my video, there are a lot of ways to find my email address or to contact us. And you can say, hey, I watched your YouTube video and you said you'd give me a $500 off discount. So just message me and say that, and you will get a $500 off discount if you want it. And that still makes this like a $1,200 motherboard though. So it's still not going to even be cheap, even with the $500 discount. This is a $1,700 motherboard. Yeah, $1,700. The cheapest one on eBay right now is $1,850 plus shipping from another country. And it's used, not brand new. This box is it just keeps falling over. You know what? Why don't we open this box first? I think I already know what's in it because I've seen the pictures on Newegg. Yeah. Actually, I've seen this box before, because when we were at Artesian Builds in Oakland, there was a picture of an SR-3 dark motherboard on a shelf when we were bidding on it. So I was expecting to get one, and it was probably going to be used, is what I was assuming. And we never could find it. It was missing. It was one of the only things that was missing there. And we found this box though with all these parts, and I specifically remember it because of this right here. I'll show you. These standoffs are crazy long. I'm assuming this is something to do with like some sort of like a wet bench or something like that, so you could have the motherboard raised really high. Maybe it has something to do with liquid cooling. Maybe you want a big gap between the base. I don't know. I'd have to probably, I'm sure if I went on EVGA's website, they probably will talk about what those are for. Or maybe one of you guys watching this knows all about this motherboard and you'll be like, yeah, the standoffs are big and long because of this reason. Please tell me, because I'm not gonna have time to go research it anyway. All right, let's get the board out. I don't have a tripod right now, so I'm gonna have to like squish the camera into the bag to open it. Bear with me. Wow, that's beautiful. This is one of the best looking motherboards I've ever seen in my life. I'm not gonna lie. The Dominus Extreme is also an amazing looking motherboard, but this is amazinger. Yes, I said it, amazinger. Wow. I mean, even all these gold plated things, everything is like, the gold plating is, it looks expensive. And this board is thick. Let's see if I can get that on camera here. That thing is thick. Wow. Shall we? That was not a good peel. It's a 2-piece peel. I was not expecting a 2-piece peel. Were you guys? So that looks like it's like a piece of acrylic. Alright, so the funny thing about this motherboard is it's so expensive and it has a water block, but it doesn't have a CPU water block. That's a little bit disappointing for spending this much money. But that's fine. You can actually get water blocks for this socket for only $50 from Bixby.com right now. There's also a guy on eBay called, I think it's called Slinky PC, and he sells a custom water block for this socket for about $250, and he claims that it is the best CPU water block for this socket ever made and has some records and all this stuff. And you know, I offered him like $100. I said, you know, hey, you know, this is a kind of an obsolete socket now. Like the technology for this motherboard is very obsolete compared to Threadripper especially. And he was very argumentative. He was not a nice guy at all. And he has a lot of pride in his water block. I don't blame him for that, but I don't think he's ever gonna sell any of those because there's no one buying these, man. It's like, I don't know. I just think it was ridiculous that he was not wanting to sell water block for $100, and I could just go buy them for $50 from Bixby.com because no one wants these. No one wants water blocks, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So. This is really a collector's item, and if you're gonna get one of these, I don't think you're gonna need to spend $250 on a no-name brand water block. You might as well get a $50 no-name brand water block. In fact, now that we're looking at this, might as well do this all in one video for you guys. I'm at, what, 8 minutes? I'll try to keep it at 10. I'll go show you what a Dominus Extreme looks like after seeing this, because these are like the two motherboards that were competing with each other. There's a user guide and a mouse pad, I think. I don't know what this is on the bottom. Maybe I'm gonna go over 10 minutes now because I just realized this stuff. Base plate. Oh, okay. I think that's what I could be wrong. Maybe this is what those standoffs are for. I think you put the standoffs into this base plate and use it as like a test bench. Okay, so let's go take a look at a Dominus Extreme. I'm gonna record the ground so I'm not getting employees' faces on camera. So we have a big mess going on because we're building a computer over here that just happens to be exactly where we're going. Jiggy, we're building your computer. I hope you're excited. Look, he's got a custom panel. And look at that branding. Best brand now. Just kidding. I'm not really trying to talk smack about it. I'm just filling the time with words because I'm actually using my left hand right now to clean this up so you guys can see. So here's a Dominus Extreme, and it's also a very awesome looking board. I don't know what this, oh jeez, fumble fingers over here. Yeah, so I was saying before I drop stuff and drop the phone, really awesome looking motherboard. We have this cheap Bixby water block I was just talking about. It's dusty because this has been out here for a month. We're waiting for a Harbinger case to arrive. Harbinger. I think it's a case that was really made for crypto mining, but because this is such a gigantic, you know what? I'm getting things mixed up. We have too many crazy builds going on. This is staying exactly where it is on this. This is a Cooler Master Master Frame 700. So this is staying here, and I'm getting the Harbinger thing mixed up with that stuff over there. This is a Rampage. We got stuff all over the place. Rampage 3 Extreme with a Xeon processor. It's like the best processor you could get for the socket from forever ago. And then you put this, what is this? Oh, it's motherboard batteries. This is a daughter board that's called the ROG Expander. And this thing, you can see it has PCI Express slots right there. That slots into these PCI Express slots. And it looks like, this is interesting, looks like we lost one of these clips. We'll have to fix that. Anyway, so this goes into there, and then we've got 4 GTX 580 classifieds that were really hard to get. So this is gonna be an old school build, and that's gonna go in the Harbinger case. So anyway, Dominus Extreme, Master Frame 700, and then EVGA SR-3 Dark. And there are 3 options for this, I would say, where it's gonna live, because we need to build one for just to have around here as a collection. Here are the 3 options. You guys can tell me in the comments what you think is gonna be the best home for it. Well, the best home is, the #1 best home would be an Inwin 928. I have been trying to get one for months. I can't get one. I've even talked to Inwin. I know someone there, and we are working with them to do business with them, and they literally don't have any. So if you have one and you want to sell it, I will pay top dollar. If you know someone that has one, ask them if they'll sell it and tell them that I'll pay top dollar. So that would be the best home. But then the other home would be on this P5 over here, which I don't even know if it fits EATX. I'd have to look into that. And that probably wouldn't be a good home for it. And then the other home would be, so the EVGA came out with their own like frame case recently. It's like a carbon fiber frame case, and it's such a ripoff. It's $1,500, and it's like a suspension system. I think it's like a carbon fiber tube thing. It's cool, but it's such a ripoff. But with the theme here, with this, this is kind of a ripoff, to be honest with you. It wasn't for me, but I think I could justify spending $1,500 on it because I got such a good deal on these, and basically selling just one of these could kind of be like the trade for the case. So let me know what you guys think. I gave you 4 options. Obviously the Inwin 928 is the best option. If you guys haven't seen that case, Google it. It's the best case I've ever seen. Other options were that trying to get it to fit on there, which I'm sure we can make it work, but it wouldn't be great. Fractal Torrent. We could do a C700M from Cooler Master also. I didn't think about that. That's an option. Or the EVGA case. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to want to see the EVGA case, and it would be cool to have like the most expensive EGA motherboard ever made in the most expensive EGA case ever made. That would be cool. So cutting the video, let me know what you guys think, and I'll try to make more videos about fun stuff we got from Artesian Builds.